It flies in 1,100 kilometers per hour. So fast we're spinning, and yet everything around us standing still. Now we get to appreciate the force of gravity, how adamant it is to keep us on Earth, how decisive. It doesn't have hiccups, it doesn't take a break. Gravity is a wonderful force. We want to be part of it, we want to work with it. It's a resource. And we get into the zone, we flow in the 8, put our mind in our tailbone, and we flow. Hands like clouds, you look at the clouds from high above. Tranquility and serenity all around. And enough. Okay, let's carry the 8 now in our hands. It has 2 poles. Now we flow with both hands with a horizontal 8, right? The 8 is lying down. It's not a vertical 8. It's a horizontal 8. And 2 hands together. 2 hands together. Nice, tranquil state of mind. Nice energy flow. Remember, where the mind goes, the energy flows. So why do I say that? Because now, coming down here, I want my mind to go into that foot. Because this foot will be in charge now of pushing my body up and delivering my body weight onto that foot. After I've sunken in, I want my mind to be underneath the sole of that foot, so to feel the push, the flow of chi that I send into that foot in order to rise and turn. Now I push the ground with this foot, and I push the ground with this foot, and that way I put my mind at the sole of my feet, at the sole of each foot at a time, and feel how much efforts do I use, how much efforts do I don't use, right? We want it to be effortlessly, but we want to be aware of our control of this energy. For example, if I want to go faster with my hands, if I was a beginner, let's do the idiot's version. The idiot's version to do this is, okay, I can, like, idiots means the unexperienced. If we go now to a year Aleph, Bet, Gimel, and we'll tell them to do this movement, they will all be able to move. Well, some of them will be able to move it this way, but that's not the movement. I want the movement to be derived with my breath participating. So in order to now deliver power there, I blow my lungs power into there. You blow through your foot, through the bubbling well at your foot, as if it's another nostril, as if it's another mouth. And see how much power you gain at your foot if your mind directs the air from your lungs into that point. And if you put more power at your feet, now the arms are flowing, not in the idiot's version. The body moves as one. It wouldn't be just the hands. It would be the whole body coming from the ground energy. That's what we want to gain, ground energy. Okay, you got the idea. Wonderful. White cranes spread wings. Pay attention to the full and empty values. That means one foot is empty of body weight, the other is full. Now we swap. One leg is empty, that means it's an absolute yin and yang values. The yin and yang are full and empty. And And if we're aware of this, we still have our mind at our feet. Mind at our feet. And now expand the body with a deep inhalation. Let go. Ah, okay. That's a sigh. That's a relief. We're interested in what? In relieving. When we do the sigh after a long inhale, we want to activate the parasympathetic system and release the neurotransmitters that are so lovely. The serotonin, called the happiness hormone. These are mood lifters, and they fix the stress hormone, the cortisol. They actually disperse it, balances, so we don't have stress, too much stress in our body and in our mind from feelings and thoughts, and feelings that are needed. So we need those neurotransmitters. And how do we activate them? After a deep inhalation with a long sigh. Cha. 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 You can do it silently or vocally like me, it's fine. The silent version works as well. Okay, and we are now with spiraling energy patterns. Let's start with the wrist joint. You take the wrist joint as the head of the snake into the cave, close to your armpit, so you can squeeze this lymph node like a squeezed lemon. Make a lemonade out of the lemon. Or in other words, squeeze the lymph node so it releases lymphatic fluid into your lymphatic system. And that releases lymphatic fluid into the blood circulation, protecting it from bacteria, hence strengthening your immune system. It's one of the delicacies of medical Qigong is to build protective Qi with the same movements that we're doing. Just the mindset of a medical Qigong needs to be more specific, directing. And the movements are quite simple that you can do it with empty mind too. Meaning, if you don't have the mindset of, okay, I'm going to heal my system now, releasing lymphatic fluid into my blood circulation, you can just do it with empty mind. Just thinking of the pauses between exhale, pause, inhale, pause, exhale, pause, inhale, pause. So that would still do the job. It would do the job of releasing the lymphatic fluid, and you can do it with an empty mind. You can meditate while you practice. You have to be here and now, fully present. In order to be in the Qi flow zone, you want to be in nowness, here and now. So the mind is not jumping like the monkey to future or past. And you want to be moving the body as one. If the body moves as one, that's when it's happened. I'll give you an example. Now my wrist is twisted, as if somebody, a terrible person, twisted my arm, right? It's huge, I can't do anything about it. Well, you can do. In order to not fight with the hand that twist, imagine somebody's holding you with both hands twisting, you'll start rather than from the outside, then to elbow, then to shoulder, then to hip. Start with your hip and see how it all releases. So after you locked your hand here, now undo this hip joint. When the hip joint turns, the spine turns. So Now try and be more specific and turn your spine towards that guy or that hand being locked. Yeah, the body moves as one. See how the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, and the spine all turning at the same time. That means all the fluid in our body and soft tissues and muscles and joints and ligaments and tendons are all in a workout. It's called muscle tendons release. You work on the muscles and tendons to work as one. It has another practice. Let's take another movement, for example. 2 feet parallel. We place our hands on the water. The water is nice and soft and very nice temperature, and even smells good. These are not salt water, they're sweet water in your magic pond. And you circulate 2 hands on the water. And this is the kidney song. Now you are massaging the water in your palms with your fingers, with the entire palm, but in fact this energy that you created, the 2 whirlpools under each hand, is traveling inwards to your elbows, which does the same pattern but much smaller, and to your shoulder, which does a much smaller circle but same circle like the hand and the elbow, which travels to the hip joint, which travels to the spine. So now the entire skeleton is doing the spiral energy dance, and this energy travels straight to your kidneys. Straight to your kidneys. You do kidneys, we do meridian cleansing. There's 12 meridians in the body, channels of energy. Kidney is one of them. And we do meridian cleansing, means we opening the blockages. The entire perception of the TCM, the traditional Chinese medicine, very ancient medicine, the shamans of 5,000 years ago related to this medical Qigong movements as releasing blockages. Because the entire TCM looks at medicine, if someone has a disease or ailment, they see it as a blockage in a meridian, a blockage in an internal organ. They want to fix the blockages, open the blockages. And this is what we do now. We open blockages with this energy. Big circles to smaller ones, and find the right frequency. Smaller and faster, smaller and faster. If I come closer, do you see what the fabric of my shirt is doing? Right now it's not doing anything. And even if I do it like an idiot now, I'm moving circles, but it's not doing anything. Because look, my shoulder and hip are not participating, just my elbows. But if I include my shoulder and hips, look, freeze frame, you see all the fabrics in my shirt going this way. And if I do this way, look at all the fabrics on my shirt going this way. So you are participating, means all of your body now starts to wave inside, wave left and right. And because we are 70% fluid, all the fluids are now spiraling. And with your intention, you can send it to your feet, and feel how with each circle, for example, let's say this is my foot, giant foot, okay? That's the heel and that's the toes. When I do a circle coming out here, feel your body weight shifting to your toes. And when you come back, your body weight is at your heel. So now you are actually massaging your sole of your foot from within with your own body weight. Change legs. If I haven't said change legs means swap whatever you did, left to right, right to left, and massage your feet. Put your mind at your feet and feel the chi flowing in circles in each foot. Yummy, yummy, what a nice feeling, huh? Reflexology from inside out. You press on all those reflexology points, the acupressure points at your foot, and you travel along them. Tell them all, yeah, you're happy, you're getting a massage. So nice. Yeah, it's a friendliness, inner friendliness that you develop with yourself. Everything is happy, right? I guess I released too much dopamine now. I'm happy, I hope you're happy. And yes, embrace the sky. That's a simple mood shifter, consciousness transformer. All you have to do is stand with bent knees, embrace the heavenly energy from above, use gravity to bring it in and let it flow through the body back to earth. Deep inhalation up, long exhale down. We have another 7-8 minutes. So before we get into the cool down motions, may I just mention that first of all, I'm very grateful to Thrive, to Jordan and anyone else involved, to the coaches and to you participants. Without you, this wouldn't have happened. And of course, without the initiative of the coaches and Jordan that started it all. I find it amazing, I find it miraculous, and I'm grateful to you all. I also want to tell you about my other activities. I teach seminars of medical Qigong every Wednesday night at 6 p.m. on Zoom. And each seminar is 6 meetings. And I give you the basics of medical Qigong. It's a hands-on. Half the lesson, 45 minutes, is theory, and 45 minutes of hands-on practice to feel the energy, work with the energy, play with the energy, and activate it medically for the medical purpose, according to the TCM, to traditional Chinese medicine. I also have the instructor course. Thank you for those who joined. Within 12 sessions, I teach you how to teach these things and how to flow and stand in front of a group and lead and become a Tai Chi Gong coach. The instructor's course, at the end, you receive a certificate from Life in Motion, my Tai Chi Gong Academy. And also have the 8 o'clock every morning, 8 o'clock classes, 8:30. Actually, now with the opening of the regulations, I'm going to do it only 3 times a week. In the last month and a half, it's been every morning, 8:30. If any of these activities are of interest, please contact me or write your details at the chat at the end of the class, and I will contact you. Lower clouds. I want to go deeper into myself, deeper into the meditation. I raise a cloud only to my belly button level or a little bit above, and now I watch the cloud. Look at this hand. That's the hand that does the job. It pushes the ground together with that foot below it. Very meditative, very deep. Pulling wings on the bamboo. We cross the ocean after a long flight. We want to cool our wings, to cool our lymph nodes at our armpits, and the breeze of the wind comes behind and lifts us up on our toes. We balance and we sink back to our heels. Again, rise with an inhale. Go back so you can see my feet. Rise with an inhale. See how lightly it is to rise against gravity and sink into gravity. Rise, pause, exhale down, melt your sternum. Pause, inhale, breathe in, pause, exhale, pause. And now comes the fun part of minimizing the diameter. The wind have softened, so is our body. Our breath is smooth. We want to sink down and curve our spine. Rise all the way to here and sink down. Where do we sink into? The Kwa. Kwa, the Chi reservoir. Feet together. Soul celebration. We dedicate this 8 energy direction pattern into the soul. Our muscle called the nefesh, the soul, our neshama. We activate gratitude. Cha. We dedicate it to loving kindness. And we focus on compassion. One last time from above. We come to Namaste. Thank you, thank you, thank you everyone. We still have another 2 minutes. I'm gonna sit here and see if you have any questions. I'd be glad to answer you guys. Say hello from Close Encounter. Hi Cindy. And hello Carol. Who else do I see here? Natalie, Shari, Oren, Ellie, Alisa, and Jordan, of course. It's so great to have you here, guys. Let's unmute you all and see if there's any questions, question, request, anything of that sort. Any wonders, any complaints, any grudges to release. I still can't hear you. Oh, maybe because of that. Yeah. Excellent, excellent. I see the chat. Okay, I'll look at the chat now and see who wrote what. Okay, I need to... Wonderful, wonderful, yeah. Okay, I will contact those that